While the escalating Iran-Israel conflict is now spilling decisively into global aviation, and Indian travelers are feeling the impact. For more than 24 hours, large parts of West Asian airspace have remained closed or heavily restricted. Now, the real shock, however, came from the temporary shutdown of Dubai and Doha, two of the world's most important aviation transit hubs. When carriers like Emirates and Qatar Airways suspended their operations, it's not just about flights to the Middle East. These airlines operate hub and spoke networks that connect Asia to Europe, North America, Africa. In fact, Dubai and Doha function as global crossroads, funneling millions of passengers through tightly scheduled connecting banks every single day. The result? Thousands of cancellations. Aircraft stranded out of position, crew scattered across continents, and ripple effects stretching from Frankfurt to that of Bali. Now, why does this matter, particularly for India? Because India is deeply integrated with the Gulf aviation ecosystem. The India-UAE and India-Qatar corridors are among the busiest international routes for Indian travelers, serving migrant workers, businesses, students, tourists, and cargo flows. A significant portion of India's long-haul traffic to Europe and North America also moves via these hubs. Indian carriers including Air India and Indigo have already cancelled or in fact rerouted multiple services. Some long-haul flights are operating with technical stops in order to avoid restricted airspace, increasing flying time and fuel burn. And that brings us to the second layer of impact, which is oil. Brent crude has jumped sharply amid fears of a prolonged regional conflict. For airlines, fuel accounts for a major share of operating costs. Higher crude means higher aviation turbine fuel prices, which directly pressurizes margins, especially for Indian carriers operating in a price-sensitive market. We are already seeing aviation stocks react to uncertainty. There's also the operational challenge. Even if airspace reopens quickly, restoring global schedules is complex. Aircraft rotations are disrupted. Crew duty hours are regulated. Connecting banks at major hubs don't simply restart at the flip of a switch. It can take days, sometimes longer, for networks to fully stabilize. And for passengers, that means rebooking delays, limited seat availability, and potentially firmer fares in the short term. The broader takeaway? The Middle East isn't just a regional aviation market, it is a global superconnector. When Dubai and Doha pause, which currently is the state, the impact is systematic. For India, with its vast diaspora in the Gulf and growing outbound travel market, this disruption is not peripheral, it's immediate. We'll continue to track how long airspace restrictions last, what that meant for crude prices, and how Indian carriers recalibrate their schedules. For now, travelers are advised to check directly with airlines before heading to respective airports.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.